So let's get into it. All right. So today I came out and I planted more seeds in my containers. I really think this method works way better than what I was doing before. I think it's going to be all the way around better because I can put more in there, reuse it over and over again, and transplant them easier. My husband. So these are the tomatoes I did, the tomato plants I did from actual putting slices of tomatoes, but I did it in smaller containers and I put them in here yesterday to let them get stronger. Hopefully, some of them will, like these are a little tangled up, but hopefully they'll come back. These did good, but you can see right here where some just said no. But these were already doing that, and this is why I decided to go ahead and transplant them. But these, look at it. I might actually get to keep those, and maybe these will straighten out with a little bit of love and attention. These might straighten out and come back for me. Yeah, that'd be really neat. So I at least have these from the tomato. I've never did it straight from the tomato before. Hey y'all, I'm Sharon. Me and my husband live here in Rooted Homestead. We're self-efficient in motion, growing food, making herbal remedies, and yes, we've even pooped in buckets while living off grid. I'm a cancer conqueror, holistic healer, and thriving with HEDS. Together, we're here to show you how to get rooted, live simply, and heal deeply, no matter where you are. Let's grow wild and rise one root at a time. I think this is panning out to be better. I just hope that the little tomatoes that I started growing, I can actually save. Some of them are thriving. Some of them look a little tangled. I'll show y'all here in a second. So today I'm waiting for my delivery for what we ordered for the next creative part of homesteading in motion. Like I was telling, so a little recap. We're selling the place that we're in. We're kind of backtracking a little bit, but not really. Sometimes you just got to we're like backtracking with a little bit of advancement this time. If that makes sense. Well, here, let me make it make sense. Okay, so years ago, when our kids grew up and moved out, I went on a road with my husband. We're owner operating and owner operating trucking. So I went on the road with him for a year while we looked for land. We knew that we wanted to move from where we are and get land and homestead. We knew that. We had already started like implementing it before we moved, like doing like rocket stove, just different things to and using that, implementing those strategies without using convenience, just to see if it was something that we could deal with. Just kind of get a little taste of it. I don't think my kids liked it very much because they moved out. I think they got too much of a taste of it. But funny thing is they actually implement it in their lives now. So couldn't have been too bad. I must not have tortured them too bad. So anyways, and my oldest daughter actually will be in some of our videos because we're moving closer to her. She's been in her own little urban area doing backyard gardening, and I'd love to show you what she has accomplished in her backyard. Really proud of her. So we're trying to get closer so we can do all this together. So she is going to be in some videos. She just don't know it yet. She will after she sees this video though, huh? Okay, so anyways, so just a recap. So so I don't have my notes in front of me. Y'all can tell when I don't have notes in front of me. I get kind of scattered, like squirrel. And some of my ideas for my garden is I make herbal teas for hormones, all kinds for different hormones, hot and iced tea ones with flowers and berries and different herbs in them, gut health, liver detox, and several different kind of herbal teas, and that's part of my business. And so my goal is to grow a lot of my flowers for my teas. I'm really excited about doing that. So I'm just really excited about doing that. I will grow a lot of them, a lot. Yeah. All right. So I put seeds in these yesterday, and I just let them sit overnight until usually 48 hours. Tomorrow I'll water them. But I came out here today. Some of them I put seeds in last. Okay, this is what I did. I laid dirt down in there, and I laid regular organic dirt down in there. Then I laid the seeds on top of the dirt. Then I came back with my organic seed starting soil and laid that on top of it today. All right. And then I did that this morning, and I put the lids on it so it collect heat in it, because our nights are still cool. Our nights are still really, really cool, which is half of my struggle with keeping things alive here. So anyways, I opened them up. Now I did do, what did I do? Oh, I did these over here. I did these in that method. And these are doing great. These are acorn squash, and these are cucumbers. And I was really happy with this method. Okay. Some of these took off. Okay, these only had one roll, so they did good. This had two different ones in here, and only these have came up. So, but overall, I think this method is still working out better for me than my plastic bag method. A lot, because I did have a bunch growing in my plastic bag method, and when I transplanted them, it killed them because they just wasn't ready. But if I would have left them in there any longer, the roots would have got all tangled up together. So that just wasn't it. But I think this is going to work better. Because I can take and just lift up. There shouldn't be too entwined, right? I'll let you know when we start moving them, when I show you what we're going to move them into, and start doing that. Okay, so anyways, so that's what I'm doing over here. Here. So these will turn out looking like that. Well, I haven't watered them today, and I came out to check, and I can see the moisture in them without me even watering them. I was like, yeah, this really is working out here in the sun. And I don't know if you can see the water falling off. There you go. See? So this is going to work great as little mini greenhouses for all these. So all of them are like that. All of them are creating their own greenhouse effect. I'm really impressed. So that's where I'm at with that. For I don't know how most people do it, but I'm thinking this year I'm going to grow abundance amount of tomatoes. Hopefully, it's the goal. I don't have the best luck with tomatoes, but I've been doing some research and studying on it. So if y'all have any ideas to help me grow tomatoes like abundantly and a lot of them, what I know right now to do is, you get the sucker. You make sure you pinch the suckers off of it. You need the soil to be acidic. I'm going to do some ashes from our wood stove. I'm going to, I think lime is the other one you got to put in it. And there was one other thing I had to put in it. Okay, so yeah, any input on the best way to make the soil good for tomatoes, especially growing them in containers, will be truly appreciated. So drop me some ideas down there in the bottom. So I want to put up a lot of tomato products. I want to ferment them, can them. I kind of implement all methods in different ways. Just depends on what I'm wanting to do with it. Ferment, can, and dry. And we're fixing to get the tomatoes and line these. I'm waiting to look at some of y'all's suggestions. And what we're thinking right now is parchment paper in there, and maybe like around the edges or something, or just line it with the weeding liner, that you keep the weeds from coming up. Maybe just line it with that. Maybe we'll do a couple of different ways and see what we come. And these are going to be, this one and this one are going to have my loofah sponges in them. And I said in my last video, I'll let you know if I found my loofah sponges. I did. They're right here. Here they are. And I gotta get them because they're drying out fast. They're not looking the best. So I gotta get them going. All right, so we'll do loofah sponge in that one, loofah sponge in this one. And my husband has a creative idea that is a fraction of the cost to let the vines grow up. So it'll be like an arch right here, and there'll be an arch right here. These are going to have the cucumbers in them, and then an arch growing so they can grow up on the cucumbers. And then we have a very neat way that we are going to grow our watermelon, where ultimately they grow on a table. But you'll see. You'll see when I get to that point. So I just wanted to share where we're at today and show you what I'm excited about trying next. I just found the biggest thing right now is that times are changing. Things are getting hard. And we all got to learn how to be as self-efficient as much as we can. And that's going to look different. It is not, doesn't have to be just one way to do it. I've been through several transitions of different ways of being homesteading. And they all look different. I've just adapted to each situation that I was in to stay rooted. And the whole journey has been staying rooted in motion. So, okay, I was going to do a reveal and show you the containers I found that I'm very happy about, like excited to get here. But I checked to see when they're coming, and they were supposed to be here by 4, and they're not. It changed to 5 to 9. So I won't be able to get to that because I am hungry, y'all. I done all my chores today, homesteading chores today. Now I got to clean and pack and cook my dinner. So I hate to do it, but I'm not going to be able. It's not here yet. I can't show something that I ain't got yet. So I'm waiting for it to get here so I can show y'all. And probably it's going to be in my next video. It is going to be in my next video because I got to wrap this up today. So welcome to our journey. Thank you for being here on our journey being rooted in motion. Black walnut trees on this land. Now that's a good and a bad, because black walnuts has the most health benefits of any walnuts there is. However, you cannot grow your gardens too close to the trees because it puts out a chemical that actually end up killing your garden. And that's been tricky here because we got various black walnut trees all over the land. So we had to pick our section where we did our gardening since we've been here. And this year we don't have it down because we're moving, of course. So yeah, you can use the holes of the black walnuts when they're still green before they, preferably before they drop off the tree, and make tinctures with the black walnut holes. And so it has so much benefit. We have one maple tree on here too. So I'm going to miss our land. But it's definitely time for the transition. One neat thing about this land I'll miss, and I hope that wherever we go, we have as much wild herbs growing on the land as I do here. I have wild burdock here. Lots of it too, not just a little. I have a section down at the barn that we just stopped cutting because wild burdock was growing in there. And I said, let it grow, let it grow. Get the burdock root out of it. I'm going to try to harvest some of it before I leave, but not all of it. Had some wild burdock grow by our chicken pen and some up by my office. And what else do we have growing here? Mulan plants, my favorite. We have mulan plants that quite a few that grows on this land. Not time yet. They're not here yet. Neither is the burdock. And we had a lot of that last year. A lot of it. And just, I don't know. I just learned so much on this land about the wild herbs growing on this land. And it just jump-started me into learning more about wild herbs. And this land has abundance of it. So it has wild raspberry, blackberries, and a pear tree on this land. So I'm really hoping that we find some goodies on our next land. And water bath. So that's our goal. And so, like I said, we're homesteaded in motion.